Hey everybody, this is Deckard from Remote Survival. This is match 27, War Log, um, a win. It looked like a bit of a mismatch from the beginning. They had a Town Hall 10 and several extra Town Hall 9s. It turned out their Town Hall 10 didn't do much, couldn't attack well. His first attack was very low, I think on 13th or 14th base, something like that. He made an attempt later on with mass giants on one of our top bases and didn't do very well. But if you look at the map here, they they were able to 3-star, basically drag looting like we were on the bottom, then ran into some tough bases. They left that star on Jeff's base, and then the real stars of the show were Arb's base, which was attacked, I think, 4 times, and then up here at the top, Amen's base, Arteman's base, was attacked 5 times, I think, to try and pick up that extra star, which they never were able to do. So they 2-starred all of our Town Hall 6s except for Arteman, but then leaving those 2 Town Hall 8s down low left them vulnerable, and they shot up to 66 and kind of sat there with about 6 hours left in the war, and we had some cleanup down low. We had to get 16. Well, first we'll show we did a good job. Our Town Hall 8s do a great job every war, and 7s, cleaning up and getting all the stars here, but we left 16. 16 was tough for whatever reason. May show that in a video. 11 was tough, and then these low-level Town Hall 7s were tough on our Town Hall 8s, number 7 and 8, which our Town Hall 9s had to drop down and clean up, and we had a Town Hall 9 come down on number 9 as well. But we were able to get a 3-star on their number 5. Unfortunately, we only 1-starred that Town Hall 10. That really stinks, because it should have been a base we could have 3-starred, but their toughest base was their number 2, which was a max Town Hall 9. So, like I said, they shot up to first or worst stats really nice. We had all of our attacks to use, which was great. They used almost all of theirs, with 23 stars, 4, 2, and 1 star to their 17, 7, and 1. So their 2 stars hurt them. But if you look at the end of the war, it was fun. Let's see here. Where did we start? They had shot up to 66, and we got, in the last 6 hours, we picked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 stars in the last 6 hours to take the lead. Now, they waited till the end with some of their attacks, and of course you can see they went after Arb there several times, and Arteman several times, and were not able to get him. You can see, their number 1 went after Arteman, managed to 44% with mass level 7 giants. Arb was able to defend the attacks on his base. I think they were mostly dragons. There was a couple of go-wipe attempts, I think, too, which he fended off. And then those last 2 attempts on Arteman again by their number 4, who was their strongest attacker. And then a vain attempt by their number 12. So it was a lot of fun, for sure. So maybe we can show some of these. Rojo had a really wonderful attack that I want to talk to him about. We'll first show this one here. This is Mojo on their number 11. This base was tough. Our guys don't like these spread out bases. I don't mind them because, basically all you do is clear these corners out. It makes steering the dragons really easy. You just have to be patient with the dragons, and make sure that those 2 corners are cleared out. And I use that corner where the cannons were instead of down low where the air defenses were, because I wanted to keep the dragons alive at the beginning. uh, anyway, and then here comes the dragons are basically once you got everything cleared off in those corners, the dragons are going to go straight into the core. So um, and this raid worked out really well. As you can see, a lot of dragon power right there in the core, which is great. So it kept them alive. Need to get to that back air defense. It's real important. And the loons do a great job. When the dragons wander off to take out a gold store or a mortar or something that's a non-defense, a gold store or a barrack or something, those balloons are always going to go at defenses. So that's nice. But yeah, once that last AD down, it just left that archer tower and the whiz tower. That was all it was left with 6 dragons. So it was all she wrote after that. But I don't mind these bases at all. Max air defenses, with the exception of the archer towers, I guess. But I've been able to 3-star these bases. So let's see here. Taco, that was a go wee wee on number 9. I wanted to show this one that Rojo did on 16. This base was tough for whatever reason. We'll take a quick look at it. It's got max air defenses and whiz towers. The archer towers aren't maxed yet, but there are Teslas that pop up here just sort of southeast of the town hall. And for whatever reason, the attacks that we had seemed to steer everything around that town hall. We had a couple of attacks that weren't that great either, but Rojo did something that I wanted to talk to him about. He dumps his dragons on these 2 gold mines, and I don't know if he did it on purpose to try and track them into the base, because if you can see, that gold mine and that Licks mine and the gold mine here and that archer tower right next to each other, so if you attack on those, it should pull the dragons straight in, which is what he did. And if that was his plan, it was really brilliant, and something I hadn't thought of before. I guess it could be a little risky because the dragons could wander off the edge over there if you don't make the funnel, but still it worked out great, and kept the dragons tracking right in on all those air defenses. So I wanted to ask him about that. He likes to use lightning, and we're trying to get away from that and teach the rage heal a little bit more, but he's good with the lightning and he's comfortable with it, and that's good. But see, you can see those dragons track right into the base. That was really nice, and if that was intentional, that was really nice move. And you can see how those loons, the Teslas pop up, those loons just track right along to him, which is nice. He's got good dragon power still. Getting that 80 out over there was key, because he almost, it was down to 1 dragon. He got it, but now it's just getting through the other air defenses, the archer towers and the whiz towers. And this base was real trouble for whatever reason. It was just kind of a weird design, but we also had some attacks that didn't really create good funnels, and so that's the key to steering drags. I mean, they're dumb. They go from thing to thing, and the only way to steer them is to steer them at the beginning and really try and steer them into where you want the maximum damage to be, which is usually going to be in the core on a lot of these Town Hall 8 bases. But the ones that are spread out are tough, but the funnel is really, really important. So I love the end of this raid because he's down to 3 dragons here. He still has 2 archer towers firing, which is real pesky. One's a little bit low level, but over time those things are gonna, well, there's those air mines that took out that dragon. But anyway, he's down to 2 dragons with that last archer tower, and he was running out of time too. I think he had 8 seconds at the end of this raid, and if you watch the end of this raid, he's just got these few things left to do to clean up. And everybody knows dragons, towards the end a lot of times here they tend to stay together, and so you're like, oh no, he's going to miss the town hall, time's running out, they're both going to fly up to those 3 barracks, but they split right there, which was which was fun because everybody in the chat line was going crazy. And I don't know if he'd have gotten that town hall down with the time running out the way it was without the dragon splitting like that. So he was a little lucky for sure, but that's what it is when you dragon raid. So it was a great attack. I love the beginning of it. So I need to ask him about that. But so getting those town hall 8s was, you got to get those things cleaned up if you're going to be in the war. There's just no other way to do it. Let's see. The last two, I guess we can show these here. Bird had a nice. I love the golems in this. This is just a overpowered sort of Town Hall 9 out of Town Hall 8. But if you watch the golems in this go wipe, I guess it's a go we p. But anyway, if you watch the golems, they tank this whole base. It's fantastic. They just go right through the core, sucking up fire. It's a lot of fun. It was an overpower raid for sure. We needed a 3-star, so and we'll do that if we have to. Everybody does. They should anyway. Save some of their Town Hall 9 attacks to drop down. So, but you can see those golems are just tanking everything. It's hilarious. Sucking up all that fire. And he just cruised through this base. See, there's the rage on the Barbarian King. He was able to get all the way through 2/3 of the base before he raged it. So he's still got 3 P.E.K.K.A.s alive, both golems, the Archer Queen. There's the Archer Queen, but now he's down to what? That's all that's left is that Archer Tower on the cannon. But he's got all those whizzes left too, and I mean he's got a lot left. I mean I guess it is a Town Hall 9 on a Town Hall 8, but it was fun to see those golems just suck up all that fire because that's what they're supposed to do. That was a nice raid by Bird. And the last one is Norm, who really ran this war. I got pulled away for the second half with work and other things, and just Norm took over and just kept everybody on task. It was really great. The last attack, which was on one of their Town Hall 9s, we didn't need to 3-star at this point because they had already attacked and we knew he'd won the war, but he was going for it, and he almost got it. So this is a go wee wee, which is it's a wonderful attack for most Town Hall 9s. It's very powerful when you get all the skeletons cranking through the base and sucking up fire, and I just love seeing all those skellies run around. And getting that max P.E.K.K.A. is fun too. That's a new thing. We've got a Town Hall 10 new in the clan now who is he's new to Clash of Clans, but he's got max troops, so he wants to learn and he's willing to sit out wars, which is great, and help out with donating troops and stuff. So we're trying to do our best to teach. But so it's nice to have those extra max troops. That's something we haven't had, and we just haven't had Town Hall 10s in our clan. We don't want them because they mess up matching so bad. But at least for now. But one of our sort of homegrown Town Hall 9s is getting ready to go to Town Hall 10, so we're going to have to start learning how to deal with it. But anyway, so Norm almost had this base. Again, we didn't need it, but I wanted to show his attack because he worked really hard on this war, and it was really won because of Norm's hard work and everybody listening and trying the things that he was suggesting, which is great. Everybody wants to do things their way, and sometimes that's the best way. But it's great. We've got a good group of people that listen and want to try new things, and that's the only way to get better. So. It's really just down to the Archer Queen at this point. He didn't have many defenses left. He almost had it. I thought at this point he was going to get it, but when he lost that Archer Queen, it was over. But still, it was a very nice raid. Oh no, there is an Archer Tower up there. Oh, and the cannon too. That's why. nice raid by Norm. I almost got the 3. We're getting really overmatched with our recent wars. A lot of people are speculating that came with a new update that Supercell has tweaked their war matching to make those larger clans, the 45 and 50 size clans, match up a lot easier. And at least for us, we've been getting matched with clans with some pretty strong Town Hall 10s, and we don't have any that war. That's and extra Town Hall 9s, which is a real disadvantage. But we're able to pull this one out. So anyway, that's match 27. It was a victory. We're very proud of it. All right, take it easy, Deckard.